Hey, you guys. It's Friday.
Yep.
Tom's staying at the YMCA.
You see, I have my YMCA outfit on. YMCA.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the whole thing.
I don't know how to do it. I
don't know how to make letters.
It's been too long since I've seen that shit.
I can't make letters. I don't know what's going on.
For those of you who follow me on Facebook, I've been posting all day on Facebook. Not all day, but I went down to the biker bar around 2 or 1. Was it about 1?
It might have been earlier than that.
Might have been earlier than that. And
because you were down there a long time.
Yeah, I drank all night, and then it turns out when I went to go pay the bill, somebody else paid the bill. Somebody else paid the bill for me, so it was free drinking.
That's the best kind.
So yeah, day drinking at the biker bar,
free day drinking.
So I was posting videos of it.
He's living the dream.
Yeah, it was pretty dead. People were coming and going. People just started to pick up as I had to come back. I started to turn like around 4 o'clock. I had to start head back because for the show was at 5. So I'm fucking leaving, and all the motorcycles are showing up. I'm like, oh man, I gotta fucking do the show.
Oh, you have to actually do something. You've been there all day.
Yeah, I know. It was all right though. Fucking got some Motorhead played in there, and people were putting clutch on there, and it was all right.
David June says, "Were you wearing your gay getup when they paid your bill?" That's why maybe some
people get-ups on there.
Maybe people wanting some stuff for paying for that.
Look, man, you guys are fucking laughing. I posted it. Those fucking bartenders that have worked there, fucking that one. Her name was Amy. Amy was swearing up and down that I was a stripper. She's like, "You're a stripper, though, right?" I said, "No, I'm not a stripper." She's like, "Come on." And she's like,
he's one of those Chippendale dancers.
Yeah. No, I'm not a stripper.
He's out there all naked with just a little bow tie.
Right, well, because they're strippers.
Yeah.
They're strippers. They
think everyone else is strippers too?
Yeah, they're extra. Well, they think people that look okay are strippers. And she says, "You're not a stripper?" I says, "No, I'm not a stripper." And she's like, "Come on." I says, "No, I'm not a stripper." She goes, "What's your OnlyFans?" I said, "I don't have so I swear to God, she was asking for OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans. And she's like, "You don't have an OnlyFans?" And I said, "Do you have an OnlyFans?" And she's like, "No." And I said, "You got OnlyFans, don't you?" She's like, No,
of course not. Why would I have anything like that?
Yeah, so I started. But anyway, I posted videos. It's fucking funny, you know.
Kanavatsan says, "Must be that girlfriend paying the tab." Yeah, right.
No, actually, he's in the video. He's a dude at the end of the bar. He's about my age, and fucking, we were talking about some paranormal shit. He was interested in the show. He had some poltergeist shit happen to him when he was about 15. And he's like, "Yeah, man, ran out of time." And his parents saw it, and he kept having visions. He was having visions. Oh, somebody had died in his family. I was kind of drunk, so I don't remember everyone. But somebody had died in his family, and it scared him so bad. He kept having dreams that he was seeing them in the oven. And
like in the actual oven?
Yeah, in the oven in the house.
Creepy.
He would have a dream that he saw them in the oven in the house.
That's creepy.
And then and they were dancing in the flames in the oven. And then I think he said that he had a vision while he was awake. He saw them in the oven, but it couldn't have been true. But it was pulling covers off and pulling on their feet while they were trying to go to sleep at night. He said his dad didn't believe it until it fucking pulled on his foot. And I was just, "That sounds like poltergeist." And he goes, "Yeah, man, it's funny. It's like you said, man. I was around 15 at that time, and And he's one of those guys that dreams true and has out of body kind of experiences. But he's at the end of his name was Brady. Brady.
Yeah, so
same age as me.
Big shout out to Brady for
Brady
had for your day drinking adventure today.
Yeah, he had some paranormal shit happen to him when he was about my age.
Wow,
that's great. Mine. Right.
My tummy's making all kind of like growly noises.
Yeah.
It's like, blah, blah, blah. I just ate. I had some Egos.
Yeah. No need for me too. He sent a super chat before the show started. He's working on that Mustang. He's got a spoiler coming in. It's almost done. I forgot what year he said that Mustang was. I think it was pre-SN94.
So
what's saying? I'm looking like an old guy jacked. Yeah.
Old man jacked.
Old man. Yeah, old guy jacked. Yeah, David's trying to get me to get dressed up in a gay outfit. You motherfuckers must be fucking beating down on a motherfucker when I'm not watching. I'm not looking and fucking I'm turning around and they like the hands go down and I wouldn't be y'all gays. Tonight is Open Line Friday. We talk about everything on a Friday. Any subject you guys want to talk about, Jenny and I are probably prepared for it. We've either done a show about it or we know about it.
Or we'll just make it up.
Or we'll do research. We'll try
pull shit out our ass.
Right. Or if you want clarification more on stuff that we already did, we just kind of know how those cases go.
Well, this is the sidetrack show, but I kind of feel like the one that we did on Wednesday night, the Zodiac show, was also kind of a sidetrack show because I kind of felt like we only talked about the topic for maybe
Sophie is in the comment section.
10 minutes out of that whole thing.
Sophie Benjaminson. She goes 15 minutes stop in while driving. I don't know exactly what that's talking about. Matter of fact, we were supposed to get a package today. Did you get a package?
I did not get a package.
Okay, I'm gonna go down there and check.
You better go down and check.
Well, it's still only 5, but I can go check here in a minute.
I mean, I didn't hear anything, but I can't really. They don't. I mean, when Amazon Prime comes, they just leave shit by the door. They don't.
Yeah. No Need For Me Too is asking me about comics if I was ever into comics. I was never into the comics themselves. I knew about them. I knew what was going on at the time, in the 80s and the 90s. I remember when Spawn came in and when Dark Knight came in. I just before that time when I was younger, I was more into like heavy metal magazine. I loved heavy metal, Eerie and Creepy. I don't know if you guys remember Eerie and Creepy. They were some fucking weird.
Those were cool.
And Mad Magazine, I was big into that. Hold on, let me go down and check the.
Yeah, I liked that as well, actually. Yeah. Gangbang etiquette. Are you asking just the general chat? I'm not super experienced with that kind of stuff. I don't know what all the rules are. I don't know what like gangbang party foul would be. Carnivatsalon says, I was looking at past episodes. I was surprised that you guys never did the Lost City of Atlantis. Yeah, I don't think we did. It's weird. I thought we did, but I think what it was that, I'm going to write it down, was that I used to write articles about paranormal shit, like for another channel, and I think I did either Atlantis or Lemuria or whatever the hell, and I think I wrote an article about it, so maybe that's why, because I just wrote an article about it, but I thought we'd done a show about it, but I'll write it down. I wrote down Crystal Skulls too, because I think somebody said that on Wednesday, and David, gangbang party foul, crossing swords. Yeah, I kind of feel like probably.
Yes, your Christmas present showed up.
Oh, okay.
So good.
I was gonna say, while you were out day drinking today, I actually got all the Christmas presents wrapped because all your stuff is here. Right. I mean, it's not all the Christmas presents. It was like 5 presents. Right. You know what I mean? Because a couple of them were for Pookie and Beijing.
And that means that most likely Sophie's gonna get her Christmas present in 2 or 3 days.
Pookie.
You hear me, Soph? You're on there. You get your 2 or 3 days. It should show up. Don't open that bitch till Christmas.
Well, I mean, you're not going to be there to stop her, so she
true.
can't if she wants
to. It's wrapped. You can tell what it is when it shows up, but don't, you know what I mean? Not exactly. You'll kind of know what it is. It'll give you a hint. It's wrapped, but it's just wrapped in brown paper, and again, it tells you what company it is, so you'll know what it is.
Yeah, talking about Cracked magazine and Mad magazine. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, me and my brother used to get Mad magazine all the time. Shit was kind of funny.
I loved Mad magazine when I was a kid.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I liked the remember the little books?
Yeah.
From Signet?
Yeah.
My cousin Wesley had all of them back in the 70s, pretty much all of them.
Wow.
Which was hundreds of them. And I used to love the Spy versus Spy ones. Remember they had the black and white spies, with the fucking pointed, they looked like birds kind of. I loved those.
They kind of look like plague doctors now that I'm
like plague doctors, yeah.
But yeah, I got the Christmas presents wrapped while you were gone, and
the end of the tree. I didn't notice.
No.
Okay.
I put them. Well, I wasn't sure. I was kind of like, well, one of them's for Pookie and Beige, and it has treats in it, and I kind of because remember last year I had wrapped the presents early, and I put them under the tree, and Pookie opened a couple of them.
Yeah.
That weren't even hers.
Right.
Or she didn't open them completely, but she completely tore paper off 2 sides of a few of the presents because she's like, "Oh, are these for me? I'm just gonna because she likes to eat paper.
Yeah.
Anything that's crinkly.
They were talking about National Lampoon. That was good. I remember that one, but it was actually, I think it was a little, the subject matter was a little too over my head at the time I was reading Mad. I didn't really get National Lampoon that much. But back in the 70s, as a little kid, I could get about half of what Mad magazine was talking about. Because I was like maybe 8, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
I could understand about half of it. Some of it I didn't quite get. Some of it was kind of an adult humor.
Yeah, and a lot of it was, I remember a lot of it being like movie parodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they were parodying movies I didn't see.
Yeah, so that probably doesn't help. Yeah, Zach said, why do we need a sidetrack show? We already had one this week. I know, that's what I said.
Zach, go ahead and check off, bro. Go ahead and check off. I posted fucking videos from the biker bar, and Zach's like, man, I'm really impressed with that girl. She's got dimples on the back of her legs. And I was like, only a gay man would be fucking critiquing a woman that hard. Dimples on the back of her legs.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. Dimples on her. That's player hate, bro.
DJ Maniac says, Tom, tell them about the book I showed you yesterday.
Oh yeah, DJ Maniac came across somebody through the shop that he works at, came with fucking kind of a rare issue of Den, which I was man, yeah. And I says that's worth some money, and he did the computation. It was $150. Den has been out of print for a long time. If you've got a good copy of any of the Den magazines, which the fans sent me one or two, I think it was one. Yeah. One book from Den. I priced it. It was over $100. So that's like a treasure, you know. Like, okay, yeah, you don't sell shit like that. You just supposed to kind of keep it, you know. I don't believe in selling that kind of stuff, but it's just Den is kind of a, if you understand the era of heavy metal. Den is featured in the movie Heavy Metal, one of the segments, and he's just kind of this bald muscle dude. Well, actually, it's happening in a parallel universe. He's a skinny nobody in this world, but in the other world, he's this bald muscle dude running across all these big, thick, fine women, and fucking he's laying them, and he's kind of like Conan, and he's trying to save the world, and he's not all that bright, you know. But he does get the shit done, you know, fucking trying to stop bad guys from doing bad things to fucking hot women and saving the world, you know, which is just some heroic shit. And yeah, it's kind of the essence of heavy metal, especially the 70s, late 70s, early 80s heavy metal. It had that vibe to it. It was very male fantasy. Heavy metal was by guys for guys. It was. Which I think that was the success of it. Women didn't buy comic books back then.
Not back then.
Yeah, and I don't think they really buy them now.
No,
more than it was.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's a lot different than it used to be. Well, because we've talked about this too with like horror movies and stuff. And I'm not saying there weren't chicks that liked horror movies back then, but it's a lot more common nowadays, and nobody thinks it's all that strange.
Yeah.
And honestly, when they've done polls or whatever, like of demographics of people that go see horror movies, it's about 50-50, depending on what the movie is.
And contrary to what some people might tell you, they got women out there that just love that fucking purely male-oriented, high testosterone shit. Some women just love it, you know. Not all women, but there's a certain, like Sophie's big into that kind of shit. She's into that fucking. I called her the other day. I fucking posted a fucking video of Jimi Hendrix, a machine gun, and I fucking tagged all my army buddies in it, you know, because Jimi Hendrix was in the same unit I was in, 327th to the 101st. He didn't make it to Vietnam. He got hurt in a jump, but there's still a statue to Jimi Hendrix at Fort Campbell outside the 101 Club. At least it was when I was there. So he is honored by the 101st. Even during the kind of Vietnam protest era, Hendrix never spoke ill of the troops. He didn't approve of Vietnam, but he never said anything to demoralize the troops. And they tried to make him say bad things about the troops. He wouldn't do that. But anyway, I posted that song, and I happened to just fucking tagged all my friends, army buddies in it. And I threw Sophia in there too, and she was like, "What are you tagging me in this for with all your badass army friends?" And I says, "Because you're like an army groupie." And she goes, "Yeah, you're not wrong." She likes that. She likes that kind of shit. So there are some women that are really into kind of real fucking macho testosterone type stuff, like by men for men type shit. They got women that are into that, which I understand it, because there's some stuff that's like super feminine that I think is fascinating too. It just depends on the tone of it, and what the message is. Like I said, it all just depends.
Well, I mean, you can make generalizations about people, but generally, I mean, there's anything that there's people that like that, and there's probably a certain percentage of people that you wouldn't expect to like that do like that. So, that's probably true for everything.
Yeah.
Oracle, who's still, we're still pulling for you out there. Not sure if about the cancer diagnosis. So just sending good thoughts your way. Says, Jenny, on the true crime front, have y'all ever done an ep on Bass Reeves, the U.S. Marshal and inspiration for the Lone Ranger? We have not, but I did write it down because, like I said, I'm always looking for new topics. I'm like running out of stuff.
No need for me to say, Den is awesome from Heavy Metal. And then DJ says, yeah, they had that magazine been sitting in that shop for about 6 months, and I just noticed it last night while I was cleaning. And then later on, he says the boss took it home, so it's probably gone forever. Yeah. And it appraised for $150. I'm telling you, man, a Den book is worth a lot now. I saw the online prices. And different issues, different editions are worth different amounts. Some of the stuff wasn't printed in large numbers, so a lot of that shit, if it's 150, 200, that's one of the rarer ones. I didn't immediately recognize the cover of that Den book. I forgot what the name of it was. It was some kind of weird title, the way it was spelled.
Yeah, Zach is saying, I'm surprised there haven't been many Vietnam War-based horror movies. And there's a lot of Vietnam-based regular movies, but not a lot of... Yeah, now that you think about it, there are a couple. Yeah, somebody brought up Jacob's Ladder. Yeah. Tales from the Dark Side did an episode with zombies in Vietnam. Yeah, there's been like little stuff like that, but I really don't...
Yeah.
And somebody brought up House from 1986, which had a little bit... I mean, it was a guy that was in Vietnam. But you don't see a lot that like take place in Vietnam. I guess House had like flashbacks and stuff.
Soph chimes in. He goes, "Yeah, it's fascinating thing, kind of like the way Tom feels about women's shoes and fashions." Laughing my ass up. Yes, that's true. That's true. Fucking, I can get into women's clothes all fucking day. I can, and makeup schemes and shit. I love that shit. But I wouldn't. I'm not wearing that though. It's just that it's just super feminine. I understand. I just kind of. It's a fetish thing, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I suppose
it's a fetish thing. Like, well, that looks good. That's I'm into that.
Gramthars Hammer says, why are some women attracted to MGTOW types? Do they hate themselves, or do they just want a challenge? Well, it could be either one of those things. Could be both things.
Women don't like to be rejected. Women don't like to be rejected.
Well, nobody does, really.
Nobody does. You asked me the other day, you said, how does a MGTOW type guy attract